Hi, I'm Kier, and I am a committed client of Christie's. And this is my testimonial. This is my, as Christie would say, just do it shitty testimonial. I found my nervous system really worked up around just doing this. And with some of the tools that Christie has given me, I'm able to do it. I'm able to show up. Similar to in my online business. I started out just a little over a year ago. And I thought, I know business strategy. I've run successful businesses like brick and mortar, like in the real world. I'm experienced at my skill set. What's the big deal? I'm just going to hustle online and hit all the things I was supposed to do, right? I bought the courses, the how to build an online course, how to do email marketing, right? I hired the coaches that would help me structure and hustle so that I could feel safe in my business, essentially, right? So I could make enough money to survive. And I burn out. Like burnout is like not even the right word. It's like I hit this really intense wall of anxiety, and I was having trouble even posting on Instagram. And I had built up close to 15,000 followers on Instagram within 6 months. And every time I did sell something, people bought it. But it started to just kind of get into this cycle of like selling because I was scared that I wasn't going to pay my bills. And so when I saw Christie's content about dysregulation and getting in that freeze mode, I knew I needed to explore more. First, I binged all of her content. And then I signed up for a small group program called, what was it? Oh, Heal Your Shit. So you can sell your shit. And it was the first time that I linked my personal childhood trauma and codependence and a dysregulated nervous system, chronically dysregulated, right, through trauma and through this hustle culture, and then amplified by the online business coaching world. And it's the first time that I linked all of that to really simple things in my business. Like putting out an offer felt like life or death, right? If no one buys, it means I'm unworthy, I'm not valuable, I'm a failure, this is never going to work. Like I would spiral like that. And I knew like this isn't normal. I would hear people say, yeah, I've put out offers that no one bought and it's fine. Like move on to the next thing. I'm like, well, my brain and my nervous system isn't doing that. So fuck, I need help. And Christie helped. Christie, I don't even want to call her a business coach because she feels like a therapist. And I know like she's not, medical, but she just knows so freaking much about the mind and trauma and codependency, and then how it applies to business. I've never seen it done like this before. And I'm no stranger to therapy and managing anxiety, depression, ADHD, and mental health. I'm no stranger to really deep inner child work. But what was new to me was pausing and realizing that to scale my business, it isn't going to be the next quick strategy. It's not going to be this high ticket course that finally pays all my debt or like finally gives me the savings account that I've always dreamed of. Like, it's not that. What it is finding stability and safety in here right now and knowing that a regulated nervous system gives me the space to create from my heart and my soul, which is why I'm in business. I have a spiritual business, right? I do readings and create courses on spirituality and energy work and stuff like that. So I know how to manifest. I know energetics really well, but like being able to combine it somatically, like embody it, I didn't realize that that is the base of a building a tangible business, building a sustainable business that feels good, right? That doesn't feel like, oh my God, I'm about to burn out and spiral. Oh my God, I wake up with anxiety. Um, and then also it's the baseline of manifesting to feel safe in the now moment. And Christie, she knows her shit. And I'm really not just saying that. Like like, I don't know. And this is me doing it shitty. And it's one of the best business pieces of advice ever, because that pressure of putting out the perfect piece of content so someone will buy and then you won't die, like, is insane and unrealistic. And one of the best things I've ever done, one of the wisest decisions I've ever done in my life, in my healing, in my business, is invest in Christie's work. As I mentioned, I invested in the Heal Your Shit So You Can Sell Your Shit group. Then I invested in one-on-one coaching and Rich and Regulated. And because it's working so well, because I am seeing the results in my body, in my relationships around me, in my daily capacity to face a difficult client interaction or the feeling of overwhelm, right? Because I've noticed the difference there and I'm seeing it in my business. I chose to invest also in the mastermind, which for me is a really big deal. I have investment trauma, I have coach trauma, I have all the trauma. So when I say that Christie is worth the investment, I really mean it. She's not one of those people that you're going to pay this large sum of money and then she's just kind of like giving you generic information or advice or like a few steps and like doesn't really care. She like really cares about you. I could cry because I honestly feel like Christie cares about me and she cares about my business and she cares about my well-being. You know, I knew that when I was looking for this extra support in this realm that I needed someone who would say this, and this is kind of what she says. All right, this is like a Christie interaction for you. So if I'm like, oh my God, I'm like freaking out, I'm like planning content and it's not enough, and like I don't know what to say. If I don't post this, I'm not gonna make money. She'll be like, stop, drop, regulate. Go cry for the inner child who doesn't feel worthy of feeling safe. Like these are the first steps. Like this is how you break out of the cycle. It's not going to be pushing and pushing and pushing, right? It's not going to be perpetuating that energy of trauma and codependency. Because our business, it really does. It's like an extension of that. If we don't work on it. And when we do work on it from the inside, it becomes an extension of healing and beauty and an energy that I want to continue to share with the world. I also, one thing that really kind of trips me up a lot is money and this like overemphasis that a lot of business coaches have on like that 10K months, those 6 figures. And, you know, being in the spiritual work world and the healing world, it's like, well, my clients aren't just sales or just numbers. Like they're humans that I deeply care about. And so why would I sign up for a business coach who's looking at my clients as just numbers? And Christie doesn't do that. Because I know like she doesn't look at me like a number. I'm not just a sale. I'm a human. And that's how I look at my people. It's how I look at my community on Instagram, right? They're not just followers that are going to give me money. No, they're like human beings that I want to help. And that's also Christie. She looks at her followers and her community and her people and her clients as, I think she actually used this exact phrase, precious human beings. So with Christie, in her containers, with her work. You are a precious human being. And I can recommend with all of my heart and all of my human and my soul that uh, working with Christie can honestly change your life and change your business. I hope this was good.